So what's up, guys? It's me, John. We're gonna go ahead and just start our ChatFuel training. It's 10:30, so as promised, we are gonna start. And what I'm gonna do is I am just going to essentially go right off of this document, which is our training document. All right, so I'm just gonna go right off of this document and cover as much as we can in the time that we have. If you guys have any questions at any time whatsoever, feel free just to chime in and ask those questions. So I'm going to get rid of some of this extra stuff here that is just not going to be.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, of course.
Can you please give me permission to record?
Yeah, of course. You're more than welcome to record this.
Awesome. Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I even gave you permission. I even recorded giving you permission to record the stuff, and I can give you that recording if you want recorded permission of me giving you permission to record. No problem there.
Yeah, you have to give me permission in Zoom. It's not letting me record.
Okay. Okay. Well, how about I do this then, Shelly? How about right after this, I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I'll give you the link, and then you can download it or do whatever you want with it there, because I think.
Oh, that would be great. That would be fantastic, because then I can start away and watch it when I want to, not have to try to find it.
Yeah, sure. I think I've got to. I think I've got to log into Zoom to actually give you permissions, and I don't want to do that right now.
Okay, that's great.
Thank you. The recording. It is recorded, and if you're on the JV team at the end of this session, I will give a little sales pitch for anybody that's here and wants to learn more about what we're doing at Tier 5 and what some of these other people are a part of. But I'll do that at the end after this training session. So first day, like I said, this is for essentially noobs. So we're not going to cover anything advanced here. We're going to go into first thing that you can see here is what is a chatbot. So since I have a captive audience here, is there anybody besides me that wants to kind of try to give a definition of what a chatbot is to people who just may not know at all what a chatbot is and have never heard of one? Anybody? What about you, Josh? Can you do that?
Yeah, I mean, a chatbot is one second. Yeah, I mean, a chatbot's going to be a messenger or a AI that links to your page, that connects your page to a bot that literally animates your text dialogue to anything you want to get your end product to be. And I know that's a really, up and down thing to say, but essentially, I would like to definitely say a chatbot is the messenger bot or something that you go to have a chat with, but it's a bot that you create.
Sure. So a chatbot is essentially a piece of software. So a chatbot is essentially a software application. There's been bots out there for a really long time. Some people right now are using crypto bots, and they're using little bots, little software programs to do day trading for them, to trade their cryptocurrencies and make money. So a bot is simply just a piece of software. A chatbot is just a piece of software that can help you manage all your messages and can automate those messages. So there's so many different reasons you should have a chatbot, but hopefully you guys can understand that a chatbot is essentially just a little piece of software that you can program some logic in, and that software can automate a lot of your chatting for you. All right, that's about as deep as I want to get into what is a chatbot. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. If it doesn't, then if you just stick around for the training, as we go through the training, it will get more and more clear to you what a chatbot is and why essentially you're going to need one in your business. So what are the advantages of using a chatbot? So here we got a couple points. How can a chatbot increase your business? How can a chatbot conserve time? What the bot actually is, and how it can help talk to your users. Okay, so here's a good example of this one. All right, for example, we're having this live training right now. We've got 7 people on this live training right now, and this training was not planned. So this is not a planned training. I do have a plan for it, and I do have an outline for it, but it's not a scheduled training. It hasn't been scheduled. Nobody's agreed to show up for this training at a particular time. What I've done is I've went to one of my chatbots. This is on a different platform on ManyChat. We released a huge course with over 200 hours of training on how to build chatbots on ManyChat. And this one of my ManyChat bots So I just logged into my mini chat bot. I've got like 6,000 active subscribers on my mini chat bot, and I just sent them out a message saying, hey, I'm gonna do a training on ChatFuel, a different chatbot platform. If you want to join, click this button, and then here come the people joining the training session. So you can understand, if I'm selling chatbot courses, this is a great way for me to reach out to my audience, and a great way to deliver a message to my audience that they're most likely going to see. Case in point, if I look here at this broadcast that I sent, this is the broadcast that I sent to get people on this current training session that I'm having right now. And you can see it was delivered to 29,000 to 2,900 people. That means the rest of everybody is sleeping, or they're not logged into Facebook. And it was opened by 549. And of those 549, 34 of them actually clicked on something. That's your CTR, your click-through rate. All right. Now it says 1.2%. That's not really an accurate number, because what we should be doing is dividing 34 over 54. So we'd be getting approximately like 7% click-through rate, which isn't bad whenever you consider that I'm not a marketer and I don't spend any real time trying to create engaging content to make people want to click on stuff. I just like wing it on the top of my head. So there's lots of different ways that how can a chatbot conserve time? Well, one, a chatbot can conserve time because instead of having to manually send out 6,000 messages, you can just write the message once and send it out to everybody all at once. That's going to save you a lot of time. Two, it can answer messages automatically, so you can create little logic and little AI, and whenever people send you messages, the chatbot can look and say, okay, do I have a response for this message? Yes or no. If I do, send it out. That can save you a whole lot of time, because you don't have to respond to every single message. It can help you in your sales process. If you've got some pre-qualification process where you need to pre-qualify your leads, it can help you with that pre-qualification process, so you can walk people down a little sales funnel of pre-qualification to get more and more information from them, so you can score that lead and you can figure out if they're actually even qualified to buy your services, which is also going to save you a lot of time. Traditionally, people spend a whole lot of time doing this. All right. Other ways that it can help you, there's so many different ways that chatbots can help you. Like, for example, in my cases, I use a chatbot. I build software, and I have a bunch of different software applications that I've built with my company, and we use chatbots to collect bugs and feature requests. All right, things that typically require a person to go in and actually look at. The chatbot now manages for us, and users can go in and request features, new features for softwares. They can go in and report bugs that they're finding in a software, and it will literally just get sent right to one of my developers. Like, literally, it goes right to their desk. As soon as a bug's submitted, they get a notification about it, and they know they need to go in and check into it, and that automates and saves so much actual time. So how can a chatbot increase your business? Another point in case with me is I ran a mini chat training session, all right? And I've made over $40,000 selling that chatbot course. Now, I've given it away for free now because I'm releasing this chatbot course. I'm going to release this chatbot course right after we get done recording all the content, and I'm going to sell it and probably make another $40,000 or $50,000 from this chatbot course. Now, how am I going to sell it? Through a chatbot. I'm literally going to message people that are subscribed to my chatbot that want to learn about chatbots, and I'm just going to send them a message with a link to the course and a link to pay for the course, and probably I'll go through the videos and I'll like condense down like some really super valuable stuff, and that will be my little teaser videos, and I'll sell it right through the chatbot, just like I did with my last course. If you're selling physical products, so one of my clients had me build a chatbot for one of their clients, and it's these guys right here. Let me see if I actually still even have access to it, or if ManyChat deleted that from me as well. I must have something somewhere in here. I think it's if I have access to it. These are all my clients, by the way. That ManyChat hasn't actually deleted. Let's look and see. I know there should be one called join here, and I don't see it. I do not see it, so no big deal there. Let's look on Facebook. Anyways, they have this saying called loss Car Chef Apparel. All right, so we created a chatbot. We created a chatbot for these guys right here. All right, I got to go to Business Manager to manage this page, so I'm really not sure what happened to the chatbot that I built for these guys. But we built a little simple chatbot for them that all it would do is actually do intake for people when somebody is about to die. So I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna kill somebody. So I think that's you, David. So I'm just gonna mute you, buddy. That sounds like you. So we just built a chatbot for them that essentially they released a little new bag. So they released a new bag. Let's see if we can find their bag here. They released a new chef bag. So they provide apparel for chefs, professional chef apparel, and they built they have a bag that, you know, chefs put their knives and, you know, all their chef stuff, like their shoes and stuff, I don't know because I'm not a chef, but they have a bag specifically for chefs, and they buy it and put all their chef gear in it. And essentially they're coming out with version 3, and they had a bunch of stock of version 2. So what they did was they ran a contest, and in that contest they asked people what they liked most about the version 2 bag and what they liked least about the version 2 bag. And if they answered those questions, they'd be entered to win a free bag of version 3. And everybody that replied to any of those posts, they put into the contest, and they picked a winner. And everybody who didn't win, they offered them, I think it was like a 65% discount on their chef bag, and they sold over 700 chef bags. All right. Now these bags ended up costing like $85 after your discount is what these bags ended up costing. So if you do the math there, that's about $6,000 worth of sales that they did from their chatbot or their chatbot, and about a 2-week Facebook ads promotion. So they ran Facebook ads to the chatbot to tell people about the contest and have them enter the contest, and everybody who didn't win, they followed up with them and they said, hey, you didn't win the chef bag you wanted, but we will give you a 65% discount if you want to buy it. Boom, 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 sale, sale, sale. So if you're selling stuff, then a chatbot can definitely help you with that. If you're a content marketer, affiliate marketer, it can help you with that because you can be pushing your content. I mean, who doesn't go on Facebook? Literally, like, do any of you people have like any friends that don't use Facebook? Probably not. I mean, like the oldest one, like my mom is 57 years old. She's on Facebook all the time. My dad's like 68 years old. He's on Facebook all the time. Everybody's on Facebook. Who doesn't check their Facebook messages? Maybe really, really rich people that don't have any time, but almost everybody checks their Facebook messages. So chatbots, really, really, really invaluable. So lots of different ways that they can help you with your business. As we get further along into training, you will start to see very specific use cases, and you'll be able to understand in very specific cases how chatbots could actually help you, what they could do for you, either by saving you time or by educating your users on something, or simply by making sales or pre-qualifying your leads so that you don't waste time with people who don't have the money or just simply aren't your ideal client. All right. So what the chatbot actually is and how it can help talk to your users. So we've kind of covered this already. You know, the chatbot essentially is just a piece of software. It can't do anything that you don't tell it to. All right. So you do have to program the chatbot. You do have to, now you don't have to physically write code thanks to platforms like ChatFuel, thanks to platforms like ManyChat. All you have to do is be able to have a little bit of intellectual thought and be able to navigate a computer, click a couple buttons and, you know, type on your keyboard and write some words, and that's all you got to do. You don't have to write, no coding required, like literally absolutely no coding required if you use one of these platforms. So how it can help talk to your users, it's pretty straightforward. Case in point, if you want to take a look at one of my chatbots, let's take a look at one of my chatbots, and let's ask my chatbot if it has an affiliate platform. Now keep in mind, this is like me, this is my chatbot, all right? This is a chatbot for my company. Trust me, there is no person over there listening and answering this message this fastly. This is a software. It's literally essentially, let not this chatbot. This is a ChatFuel Basics something. So it's this chatbot right here. Like literally, I've typed in, here's an AI, you'll learn about this all as we go into the training. We'll start to dive into all this. But I've got a keyword for affiliate, and if somebody types in affiliate, then you're going to get this message block that's going to get sent out to you, and that's essentially what happened. So you can imagine I'm running some ads, or I've got a large following, and people are asking me questions. Hey, like, what's your special for this week? All right. Well, I mean, if you're a restaurant owner and you do weekly specials and you're getting phone calls or you're having people message you all the time, hey, what's your special for this week? And you're paying a person to sit at your front desk to answer the same question over and over and over again. Well, guess what? You're wasting money. And maybe you like to waste money, and that's up to you, but that's not a really good way to run a business. Trust me, what you could do is you can invest that money in a chatbot and a system that's going to do this for you and save you all that time. And that person that you've got just at the front, just answering these repetitive messages over and over again, if you want to waste your money on that person, waste it on that person. Instead of her repetitively answering all these messages, just tell her to walk around your business and go greet every one of your customers and sit down and have a conversation with all your customers. And that, I guarantee you, will give you a much higher yield in return than having that person answer the exact same question over and over and over again. One, she's not going to get near as bored answering that same damn question 100 times a day. She's going to get bored. She's going to shoot herself. Like, now she's going to kill herself. Now, your customers, if you can just arbitrarily pay her to walk around and just engage in, polite general conversation with your patrons, they're going to like that. They're going to be like, you know what? I love going to that place. They always ask me how my day is. They ask me, how my kids are doing. I'm going to go give them some more money. So just literally, we could be here for all day long, plus tomorrow, plus, the next 5 years, and we could talk about use cases for every specific industry, how a chatbot is necessary and how it could help your business. So you stick around in the training and you'll find more and more use cases. If you still don't understand how it could help you and your business, as long as you come to all the training, I'm sure that you will. So now, I think we can consider all this good. Anybody have any questions on this, or we just go ahead and consider it good? Good? All right. So this, like I said, this first session is going to be really simple because it's the first session. So it's an intro. All right. So how to create a business page in Facebook. Man, if you don't know how to do this yet, it's okay. But I just want to stress to you that you are way behind. If you still don't know how to create a business page in Facebook and you don't have a page for your face, if you don't have a business page for Facebook yet, it's not the end of the world. You're not going to die, but you are way, way, way behind your competitors, and you need to catch up. It is very important that you catch up. So in ChatFuel, for example, since this is ChatFuel training, in ChatFuel, you can create a Facebook page right from ChatFuel. You can literally just come in here and come to the configure tab right here, and you can just click this button, create Facebook page. And I guess it doesn't let you create it inside ChatFuel. I guess it just opens up Facebook. So it's really simple. You just are going to create this. So I'm going to create a business here, and this is going to be ChatFuel training. All right. And we're going to call this software. Or is there any training and learning? Computer training school, trade school, private school, specialty school. I'm going to go with specialty school. I think specialty school could work. Actually, I'm just going to stick with software because I like software a lot. So I'm going to stick with software. All right. Maybe call myself a software company because that's what I am, software company. All right. I'm not going to call myself a software company because it's going to ask me for too much information, and I don't want to give all that information. So I'm just going to call my page ChatFuel Training, and my category is going to be software. Now I'm done. That one was quick and easy. All right. Now maybe you want to upload a profile picture. All right. I'll pick a nice one with me and a monkey because monkeys are great. So that's pretty straightforward. You may want to upload a cover photo. If you guys require, I can go in and give you specifics of all this cover photos, and how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to go in and say, what is the optimal size for a Facebook cover photo? And then I'm just going to Google this and I'm going to get it from here. So I'm just going to leave that up to you guys and say, hey, you just Google it if you want to know what the best size for this profile for this picture is up here, and this picture is. If you want to know what the best sizes are for that, just make a Google search. Facebook will tell you. Okay, I think for right now, mine's looking really great. I maybe want to reposition this a little bit so that you can see like my my entire beautiful face. There we go. Now it's looking so great, right? Looking real great now. So, all right, there we go. Facebook page created. All right, so this one's checked off, how to create a Facebook page. All right, now how to configure the send message button. This is a very necessary thing for you. If hopefully, remember, I'm not a marketer, guys. I'm a software engineer. I'll never claim to be a marketer or be an expert at that. I will claim to be an expert at software development because that's what I'm really good at. But Facebook allows you to have a call to action here, all right? The call to action should be specific to what you're actually wanting to do. Now, if you're going to have a chatbot on your page, sometimes it's really helpful to make this call to action button a button where people can send you messages, and the call to action that they're going to see is to send you a message. Why? Because you guys remember back in the days of AOL or whatever, you know, Netscape, you know, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you started seeing all on the internet where people was like, you got to have an email list. Let's build an email list. Yeah, let's send out some emails. We're going to make some money by getting people's emails and sending them out some emails. Okay, that worked. Guess what? That worked really well for a long time. Lots of people made lots of money by sending emails to people because that was the new way to market, right? Before the internet, you had a radio, you had some stupid billboards, you had some TV, all right? Radio's expensive, not expensive as TV, but expensive nonetheless. TV's real expensive, and billboards, well, billboards are just kind of stupid. I mean, like literally, outside of food, do you guys ever look up at a billboard when you're driving down the street and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna write down that phone number while I'm going 70 miles an hour because I need a lawyer? No, it doesn't work. It's just a really stupid way to advertise, but that's all there was. That was the only real way to get your message out in front of people before the internet. Now the internet hits and everybody's like, yeah, let's do email marketing. Let's send people emails, and then they'll see our email and then they'll know about us and maybe they'll buy our stuff. And guess what? That worked for lots and lots of people. So now those same people are like, let's build a chatbot and message through Messenger because that's where everybody's at now. So how do you configure this? Just like I showed you here, you got this button, add it, pick send message, and then just go next. And you're gonna be done. Where would you like to send people? Facebook Messenger, great. Finish. Cool. So now I can test that button. Hey, let me test my button. So my button's not being tested for some reason. Let me try it again and see if I can get my button to actually get tested. There we go. Now look at there. Now my little messenger popped up. All right, so now you can see there's some stupid little questions here. These are things pre-populated by Facebook. I do have control over these. I can change these, all right? Now, if you don't go in and change these, sometimes what you'll notice is that these things will conflict with your bot, that these things will show up randomly even though you have a bot installed, all right? So no big deal. We can get rid of this stuff, all right? But now you know how to configure that send message button. That send message button is a call to action that people are going to see that's going to prompt you, that's going to prompt them to want to send a message with your page. Why do you want them to send a message to your page? You want them to send a message so that you can essentially have them on your list, so at any time of the day, you can send them out a message, all right? You can just spam them out nudes if you want to. They're probably going to report you. You can send them out some offer. Maybe they buy it, maybe they don't. You can do what the smart people will tell you to do, which is constantly deliver them valuable content that they want and they will consume most of the time. And every so often, at the end of that valuable free content, provide them with something that they can buy, and then most likely they'll buy it. All right? So What is a greeting text and how to configure it through Facebook? Okay, so I'm gonna move these guys. I'm gonna move you guys out of here. All right, so you're not cluttering up my space. So here we go. What is a greeting text? All right, so a greeting text is a text that is typically going to show up here. You guys can't see it right now because I don't have a bot connected. All right, but we can still nonetheless go in and set it. All right, so to set your greeting text, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Messenger platform. If you didn't see what I did, I just went over here to your settings tab. In your settings tab, I'm just going to come over here to your Messenger platform. All right, now here in your Messenger platform, you've got a bunch of information. Is this any of the information that you need? Nope, doesn't look like it. All right. So we're going to come over here to messaging. And this is where we want to be. All right. So you see there's two different tabs here. There's a Messenger platform tab and there's a messaging tab. Where you're going to go to set your greeting text and to even find out what your greeting text is going to be this messaging tab. So let's just kind of look here for a second. All right. Use the return key to send messages. We want that on. Prompt visitors to send messages. Page visitors may see a prominent way to start a message with you if you're online or if your page is very responsive to messages. What this means is, have you guys ever went to Facebook and went to some Facebook page, and whenever you got to that Facebook page, you saw that automatically their little message window was popped up, and you're like, well, I didn't send these guys a message. Why is my messenger open? Well, it's because they have this option turned on and they want to encourage you to send them messages, all right? So if you want that feature on your Facebook page, then you need to make sure that this is on and not off. So I want it on, so I'm gonna leave it on. All right, help people start a conversation with your page. Show frequently asked questions to make it easier for people to start a conversation with your page. If you remember, here's my page. When I go to my page, I think I need to go to my page as a visitor. Here we go. Now, whenever I go to my page as a visitor, do you see how this message thing automatically pops up here? All right. You see it's just automatically popped up. Even if I close it, all right, even if I close all these stupid messages that I have from all these stupid bots all over the internet, all right? So now if I just refresh this because I want to view this as public, you'll see, hey, look, it pops up again automatically, prompting me, like literally begging me, please send me a message. All right, so that's coming from this setting right here. All right, this setting right here is what is controlling these stupid little messages. What forms of payment do you accept? Can you check the price of a product? Where is your store located? What are your hours today? Now, I see a lot of people have these things in messengers, and I want to tell you that if you do this, it makes you look like an asshole, okay? If you don't have business hours, or if you don't sell products, or you don't have physical stores, and you don't go in and customize these things that Facebook are giving, and somebody comes to your page and they mash this thing right here, it makes you look like you don't care, all right? If you don't, and trust me, the world is judging you on this. Especially your potential clients, your prospects, when they come to your Facebook page and they check out your Facebook page, and if they are like, okay, well, you don't care about that, you don't have time about that, they're going to use that as a judge on everything else that you do. Any other service or product that you provide, it's going to carry over with them if you don't take care of that. So to fix this, all I'm going to do is, here's a preview, all right? So here's a preview of this stuff. I'm just going to turn this off, all right? Because I don't want to see those stupid questions, because I don't need those stupid questions. So I'm just going to refresh this page now, and those questions shouldn't show up for me anymore. I thought I was going to refresh this page. Let's just delete this conversation real quick. Now let's load our page back up. You can see it's still gonna pop up. See, it still pops up really easy, but those little buttons, those big stupid buttons don't show up anymore. That's because I turned off this how to help people start a conversation with your page, all right? So we got some more stuff over here. Response assistant, send instant replies to anybody that messages your page. You don't wanna do that because we're gonna set up a chat bot. Stay responsive when you can't get to your computer or phone. Let customers know that you will respond. We also don't care about that because we're gonna set up a chatbot. And one of the reasons we wanna set up a chatbot is because we don't ever want to be unresponsive. Trust me, if it's 3 a.m. in the morning and somebody comes and they wants to buy something from me, I don't wanna wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I don't wanna lose the sale. Like, I still want the money, but I don't wanna work for it. So I'm gonna build a chatbot, and my chatbot's gonna sell to that dude at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's gonna sell just like me. It's gonna be like, yo, dude, you're a night owl. It's 3 a.m. What are you doing up? And he's gonna be like, well, I wanna buy stuff from you. And my chatbot's gonna be like, well, here's some stuff you can buy. Go ahead and buy it. And I'm gonna be asleep making money because my chatbot's gonna make the money for you. Now, what we're trying to get to though is what is greeting text and how to configure it through Facebook. Now, if you guys are used to ManyChat, and ManyChat, you can essentially go in. So this is not a side-by-side comparison of ManyChat and ChatFuel. But if you guys are used to ManyChat, you know that you can go into your settings in ManyChat, and in this general settings, you have a greeting text, all right? You can even see how it looks. It's the text that show up whenever once you have a bot enabled on your page, once your page is connected to a chat bot, before somebody ever goes in and messages your page, they're going to see your page look like this, all right? For the page that we just created, they're gonna see it look very similar. Down here, they're gonna see a get started button, and then they're gonna see, you know, 2 beautiful pictures of myself. And then they're gonna see nothing because I don't have a greeting text. But this thing that you're seeing, this is a greeting text, all right? In ManyChat, you can set it right in the ManyChat platform. ChatFuel has had a different approach, and their approach is things that you can automatically do in Facebook, they don't let you do inside their platform because they didn't want to waste the dev time on building stuff that you can just go right to Facebook and do. So for some of this stuff in ChatFuel, you just have to do it on Facebook. So to show a messenger greeting, you just need to come right here, you need to turn this on, and then you need to change it. And you can see it's very similar to what we just saw in ManyChat, where I'm gonna be like, hey, John, only get started if you want to learn everything about building a chatbot on the ChatFuel platform. If you get started, you'll be a bot ninja soon. Haha. Perfect. I got 1 extra character that I could expand. You got 160 characters. All right. And this is also not anything to do with chatbots, but one thing that I learned from somebody that I don't like too much, and his name is Dan Henry. I just don't like him because he's real overhyped and he talks about the multi-million dollars that he doesn't actually have. But there is a thing called Hemingway app. If you go check this out, Hemingway app, you just go to Hemingway app. And then if you're gonna write content for something, and we're gonna write content for a chatbot, you can just stick that in there. And you can see that it's going to tell you whether things are easy to read or not. What is the readability score of your content? And I can see that I've got a grade 6, and I can see that this is not very easily to read. So I'm gonna rewrite this a little bit.
If you got rid of ChatFuel, that might work. Unless you want to have both chatbot and ChatFuel in the same sentence.
think that's good enough for me. Hemingway's telling me that he can read it. So I'm just going to see if it's going to fit there. And yeah, it will fit there. So I'm going to save it. So now that's done. All right. So remember that this guy will tell you if your content's good or not. I don't really care so much about your content because this is not about content. It is about your chatbot. So now this guy is set up. If I refresh my page, you can see here, it's showing up there. All right. So there is my welcome message right there. This will go away when somebody sends me a message. They're not going to see that anymore. All right. But before they ever send me a message, if they've never sent me a message before, they are going to see that. So if they never sent me a message before, they're going to see my greeting text. So that is just an extra little way that I can probe them and encourage them to message me. I can give them a little message about, what is this about? So whatever they can't get from here, whatever they can't get from here, they can get that from this little greeting text here. All right. So that goes over that. How to connect your Facebook business page with ChatFuel. So this one is actually extremely easy. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new ChatFuel bot. So what you would need to do is go to chatfuel.com and then just log in with Facebook. And then we're just going to create a new bot. So we're just going to create a bot, and we're going to, now ChatFuel gives you a lot of templates. We're not going to get into templates here, but they got a bunch of pre-made templates. Like if you're a chiropractor, this one will probably be good because it's done by Andrew Demeter. And he's like, he works for ChatFuel. He's like the PR face of ChatFuel. So he's pretty cool. So they've got a bunch of different templates here, and they're being added to almost every day. If you're a beauty salon, you can just start right here. You got a whole chatbot already started by somebody who probably knows something about a beauty salon, commercial real estate, everything that you could want. My recommendation though, what I would recommend, don't use a template, never use a template. Templates don't work for your use case. Trust me. Just because somebody else has a beauty salon and they created a template, don't mean it's going to work for you. And it also doesn't mean you're going to learn anything at all. If you go start with a template and it took somebody 75 hours to build that template and you just go start with the template, guess what? You're going to be lost. You're going to be completely lost. You're going to be like a high school kid walking into college level calculus, relational calculus. And you're going to be like, what the hell am I supposed to do? I don't understand anything. Well, what would I tell you? Well, no shit, dumbass. You skipped geometry, you skipped algebra, you skipped trigonometry, you skipped trig. No shit, you don't understand calculus. So let's start with basic addition and basic math and just start with a blank bot and start from scratch so that you can learn all the basics. Once you learn all the basics and you're comfortable with the basics, then great. You can go into templates and you can start using those templates. If you really feel like you're smart enough and you're ready to tackle everything, go for it. Like me, even though I say I don't recommend it, I would jump right into a template because I'm not scared and I know that it can't be so hard that I can't learn. But for the average person, we're gonna say just start with the blank bot. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come over here and I want to copy this thing right here. I want to copy this, and here's that blank bot that I just created. It's blank bot 6. So I'm going to rename this guy to ChatFuel Training because that's the name of my Facebook page. And then I'm going to connect this to Facebook. All right. Here's my page that I just created, that ChatFuel Training page. Here's the page that I just created, and I'm going to connect to my page. Okay, it's connected. Done. So now if I come back over here to my Facebook page and I refresh here, you're going to see that I now have a chatbot here. That's going to pop up and it's going to say get started. All right. You see it says get started here because now there is a chatbot connected to this Facebook page. That's how easy that was. That was really, really easy. So far you should know what a chatbot is. You should know what advantages there are using a chatbot, at least at a high level. If you don't understand what all of them are, that's good. Even I'm an expert. Even I've built over 200 chatbots. I run a company with 40 software engineers, and even I couldn't tell you every single advantage of having a chatbot. That's how many there are. It's a lot of them. So So just know they're very advantageous. So you know how to create your Facebook page, you know how to configure your send message button, you know what the greeting text is and how to configure it through Facebook. You know how to connect your Facebook business page with ChatFuel. All right, so you can see you also know how to create a bot and how to rename it, because we just did that. Did everybody catch me creating the bot and then renaming the bot? It was really easy. In case you didn't catch it, you just hit create, make a bot. There we go. That bot's been created. It's right here. For some reason, it's showing up all weird. I'm not sure why it's showing up weird, but it's definitely showing up weird. All right, so there's blank bot 6. You just click it, hit rename, and rename your bot. Done. All right, so now you know how to do that. That was also pretty easy. All right, so now you know how to rename your bot. So now we need to do a brief introduction on ChatFuel platform and a brief overview of all the tabs in ChatFuel. All right, that one's gonna be a little bit more time consuming, but it's still gonna be really, really easy. So all you guys on Facebook, if you guys wanna ask a bunch of questions, I'm not gonna pay attention to them right now, so feel free to ask them even if you want to, but I will not pay attention to them. So let's go to our bot that we just created. All right, so a brief introduction on ChatFuel. ChatFuel is a bot building platform, okay? So it is a platform that allows you to build chatbots without having to write any code, all right? It's very similar to ManyChat. There's several bot building platforms out there. ManyChat, there's ChatFuel, there's FlowX, there's bot.social, there's Botsify, there's LandBot. Like literally, we could keep going on and find so many different chatbot platforms. We could just ask Google, and Google will probably be like, hey, there's Opesta, which I don't really like Opesta. They kind of suck. I haven't liked them. Here's Google. We got Chatty People, MeOK, Smooch, Botsify, BeatBot. There's ChatFuel right there. Facebook Messenger platform. So just so you know, all these chatbot platforms like ManyChat, like ChatFuel, they only can operate because of the Facebook Messenger platform. Now you can build chatbots on Slack, you can build chatbots for Skype, you can build chatbots for Kik, you can build chatbots for Telegram, you can build chatbots for WhatsApp. Can you build chatbots for LinkedIn? Yeah, sure. Can you build chatbots for WhatsApp? Yeah, sure. Can you go to a platform and click some buttons to build those? No. You got to be an engineer. You have to know how to write code to build a bot. Before Facebook opened up their platforms, you could still build chatbots. Like literally anybody, like some of the people on Facebook, if you know me and knew me in college, you knew that part of how I paid for college was building bots for Facebook. Literally, they weren't chatbots, but they were bots that would go out and like people's pages or add people as friends, because I used to sell Facebook accounts with 5,000 friends, because people would think if you have a Facebook account with 5,000 friends, you could go in and use that to make money by posting stuff. And I would sell likes and friendships. So that was through a bot. It was through a macro, a software program. So Telegram bots, BotKicks, FlowX, even Dialogflow. Even if you use Dialogflow, you can build a native chatbot right through Dialogflow. ChatFuel is one of the better platforms. So I like ManyChat, but I would definitely say ChatFuel is one of the better platforms. It is a little bit more difficult to understand. One of the main things that you need to understand to really, there's two main things that I would tell you that you really need to understand to be successful in building a chatbot in ChatFuel. One is you need to understand how to make a flow diagram and how to plan out what you're trying to accomplish, okay? So if you guys took any of my ManyChat training, you guys know that I never prepared for ManyChat training. I just did everything live on the fly, right? And in ManyChat, you can do that. You know, in ManyChat, if you use ManyChat as a platform, you can go in and you can create a new flow, and it can be like, you know, whatever you want. All right, and you've got this. Now, here is the classic ManyChat builder, which is like a ChatFuel block. All right. Now, ManyChat upgraded themselves and they created this little flow builder where now in this flow builder, you can essentially, you know, just go and you can say, okay, I want a condition. And from this condition, if no, do this, you know, if yes, go into this other condition. So you can create if else statements and stuff like that. Well, can you do this in ChatFuel? Yes, you can do this in ChatFuel, but if you don't stop and you don't plan first what you want to do, things aren't going to work properly, because in ChatFuel, you don't have any visual way to see things like this. In ChatFuel, everything is a straight down thing. And can you send people from, can you send people, you know, from here to there if this condition, or from here to there if not this condition? Yes, you can totally do that in ChatFuel. You can build in conditional logic, but you're not going to get the visual aspect that you're going to get here, where you can visually map out and see, which is why I suggest that you first visually map out stuff on a piece of paper or through some mind mapping platform. All right. If you come with a diagram first, it's going to be much easier for you to build out your bots in ChatFuel. All right. So one thing that you need to understand is, don't just think that you're going to go in with no plan and build everything and it's going to be so fast and so quick, because that's not going to be the case. First, you need to have a plan of what you want to do, what you want to build, and try to at least, you know, like Russell Bronson would show you in your funnels, right? First, diagram out your funnel and what your sales process is and what the flow is going to be from that. First, diagram that out for your chatbot. Second main thing that you need to understand is, in ChatFuel, there is no concept of a flow whatsoever. All right, there are no flows. There are only blocks and groups of blocks. All right, and blocks are linear processes. Okay, so if you're not a software engineer and you don't understand sequential programming, it just means 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5 and keep going down until you run out of numbers. Okay, now you do have, you know, conditional statements, you do have if blocks, go to statements, but everything in ChatFuel is a linear process. It's just a straight down linear process, not like ManyChat, where you see this is not a linear process. You can clearly see that this is not a linear process. Someone's going to get this message, and then we're going to apply this condition. For example, in ManyChat, we can be like, you know, is this dude a male? And maybe ManyChat will finally, you know, tell me a male. All right. If he's a male, you know, if he's not, then I can be like, you know, you are a woman. And if he's a man, then I can go in and I can check a tag and say, you know, hey, is this guy an action taker? Which means he's giving me some money. And if he's not an action taker, then I can be like, you're broke, dude. All right. So you can see, though, the point here, you can see that this is not a linear process here. This is a guy comes in here, starts a message here, and then you're going to run a condition, and based on this condition, there's a split in the road. All right, the road splits. You got 2 different ways you can go, and if you decide you're going this way, you still got 2 different ways you can go. Well, can you do all this in ChatFuel? Yes, but what you need to understand in ChatFuel is that everything is a linear process. So you're going to have to use your brain a little bit more to make. In ManyChat, you can do this really fast, and it makes, you can look at it and make sense of it just by looking at it. In ChatFuel, you need to organize yourself in ChatFuel and keep yourself organized in ChatFuel. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but if you feel like you're a stupid person, don't try to learn ChatFuel. If you feel like you're dumb and you're not good with technology and you're not good with using a computer, then by all means, hire somebody to build your bot for you. Or stick with ManyChat. Don't try to learn ChatFuel, because it requires a higher level of focus. It requires you to pay attention to what you're doing and have some organization about you. Because if not, you don't have a pretty picture like this. And ChatFuel, what you can understand, this is one block. This is one block, this is one block, this would be one block here, this would be one block here, and this would be one block over here, and there is no pretty diagram to make you understand how all these blocks are interconnected. There is nothing. You're going to come over here and there's going to be, hey, here's this, go to another block, and you're going to have to go find that block, all right? So you need a little bit of organization for ChatFuel, all right? But a brief introduction is it is just a bot building platform very similar to ManyChat or like any other bot building platform that allows you to build a chat bot for your Facebook page, all right? So we are going to do a brief overview of all the tabs in ChatFuel, and then we're going to have a Q&A session if there's any questions, and then we're going to take a break, and then I'll most likely do session 2. I'm most likely going to do all these sessions today because they're all so basic that I don't really need an audience. I can do them on my own, and you know, if you guys want to show up, that's fine. If not, I can pre-record them and just dish them out, and everybody can watch them whenever they want. And I'm going to really focus on doing the rest of the trainings that are more advanced when people are actually awake. So this is all we got to go over right now. Brief overview of all the tabs in ChatFuel. All right, so lots of different tabs here. I'm going to go over them. I'm going to go over them in an order that makes sense to me and should make sense to you. So I'm going to start with the configure tab. All right. So in the configure tab, this is where you can connect your bot from one page to another page. If I don't want this bot connected to my ChatFuel training page anymore, I can disconnect it and I can connect it to this restaurant demo page if I want to. So I can easily switch this from one Facebook page to another Facebook page. I cannot have the same bot connected to 2 Facebook pages. Now, if I want to do that, I could do it really easily, okay? Like, for example, I could come over here and I could do this, and I could clone this bot called ChatFuel Training. Now I've got a copy of this bot. It's the exact same bot. Now I can come in and I can, you know, connect it to this other Facebook page. Now, essentially, I can have the exact same bot connected to 2 different Facebook pages, but it's not the same bot. They are copies, all right? Meaning that if I now make a change in this bot, it's not going to be automatically changed in the other bot because they're copies, all right? So let's go back to this guy. What's up, Neil? I seen you just jump on, buddy. So we're going to go back to this configure tab because this is the first tab we kind of want to talk about. I'm going to disconnect this from here because it doesn't need to be connected here, and I'm going to connect it over here to this ChatFuel training page again. This configure tab is where I'm going to go in and connect my page to Facebook. If I want to upgrade to Pro, if I want to have a Pro account, I'm going to do my upgrade here. Why would you want to have a Pro account? Well, there's only 2 real reasons that you want to have a Pro account. One, whenever our user hits get started, there's a menu right here. And you see it says create a bot on ChatFuel. Someone's going to die. I'm not sure who that is. Neil, is that you, buddy? I'm muting you because I think that's you. There's somebody. So it must be you, Mr. Richie. How dare you, Mr. Richie? So, so you come and you created this bot, and you see it says create a bot on ChatFuel, and a user clicks that, and they're going to get some, I'm assuming they're going to get some information. I'm not sure what information, but I'm assuming at some point Facebook or ChatFuel is going to send them some information. The only way to get rid of this is to upgrade to Pro. That's not the only way, okay? That is the easiest way to get rid of that, is to upgrade to Pro. Now, if you are an advanced person, then you don't need my training in the first place because this should be easy for you. But if you're an advanced person, you can actually go in. Here, and then you can also go in here to this persistent menu, and then you can essentially, you see this right here, all this is the JavaScript object for a persistent menu, and these take postbacks. Those postbacks are essentially going to be a block ID in ChatFuel. So in ChatFuel, you can create a block. Here's a block, and here's a block ID, and you can essentially take this block ID and give it as a post back to the persistent menu, and then you can essentially just take this persistent menu and you can post this to Facebook. So you can use Postman or write your own little script, and you can send Facebook's API data that has this JavaScript object in it, and rewrite your persistent menu, and that will essentially hack the ChatFuel hack this, where you don't have to upgrade to Pro, but you also don't have the ChatFuel little menu there. Now, that would most likely violate ChatFuel's terms of service. I'm not sure, because I haven't read their terms of service. It would most likely violate them. I'm not really sure. I do know that you would have to have your script do this, you know, once an hour or something, because ChatFuel also every so often makes that same API call to Facebook to publish your persistent menu. So your best option to get rid of this is to go Pro and pay ChatFuel some money. All right. The other thing that you get when you go Pro is you get access to the People tab, which right now isn't going to help you at all, but in the future, you really want access to this People tab, because it allows you to go in and see everybody, manipulate the data that you have, see the data that you have for them, and also go in and create real custom segments. If you're into marketing, what's up, Junior? If you're into marketing, you know what a segment is, and you really want to be able to go in and create segments. Like, for example, I'll show you a good example of a segment over here in the tier 5 bot. If you look, I did go Pro because I like to spend money. If you look, here's my People tab. I can see all the people here. I can go in and, for example, I can look at this person right here, and I can see all the data that I have. I can see all the data that I've collected about this person here. I can go in and delete this data. I can remove this data. I can update this data. I can go in and create little segments. Here's a segment that specifies everybody that's on the JV team, my personal team. Here are those people. You know, you can see I got a pretty big fucking team. All right. Here's a segment of people that I needed to reset this right here, and I can go in and reset this really easy. But these are a segment of people who are physically on a meeting with me. Well, I mean, they're not anymore because the meeting's over and I forgot to reset it. So segments are awesome. You can go in and use this to segment your audience and figure out who you want to broadcast stuff on. And you can also export this data to a spreadsheet, which is great. You can export it to a spreadsheet and have all your data, but then also take that data and give it right back to Facebook and say, hey, create me a custom audience with this data. All right. That's really, really important. Like, for example, here's a good use case of this. All right. Maybe you don't know so much about marketing and advertising with Facebook. That's okay, because neither do I, and I just learned everything on the internet. All right. But here are people that are on the JV team. In order to get on the JV team, you've got to pay money. It's a $97 a month fee, all right? Now, let's say I suck at marketing and I want to figure out how I can find more of these people that are willing to pay $97 a month. Well, what could I do? I can take these people right here. I can export these people. Now I get a spreadsheet of these. I can give this spreadsheet of people to Facebook and say, hey, create a custom audience of these people. And Facebook will be able to do it because they've got a page scoped ID. Once I create that custom audience, I can create a lookalike audience and say, hey, Facebook, you know, these people have bought stuff from me, so they exhibit characters and behaviors of people who like to spend money with me. So create me an audience of people who have the same characteristics and similar behaviors. And Facebook will be like, well, we got 2 billion people using our platform. Here's a bunch of other people that look like these people, not physically, but in their interests and in their behaviors and characteristics on Facebook. And they'll create the audience. And now you can send advertisements to those people. And you can be like, hey, your sister gives me money. Do you want to give me some money too? All right. Or you can write a little bit better ad copy than that. If you can't, remember, you can always go here and check your ad copy. So you definitely want to upgrade. I encourage you to upgrade to ChatFuel. If you don't want to, don't. But where you're going to do that is you're going to do that in the Configure tab. All right. Also, in the Configure tab, you are going to set your menu here. All right. Now, I already showed you your menu. Here's a menu. Mine's empty. And all it has is create a bot on ChatFuel. So if I want to go in and add a menu item, for example, if I want to say, you know, get full training course, I put that in the wrong spot. That needs to go there. Get full training course. And I can just give some website where I sell my bot training course at. And I can put that there. All right, now I have a menu item. Now if I come over here, holy smokes, Batman, I've lost my menu. Here we go. Now I don't have a menu there. Great, so let's just do this. Holy smokes, there's my menu item. Now I've got a menu right there, and I can just click that, and it's going to open up my web page. All right. I can also have, you'll learn about blocks in a little bit, but you know, here's a block right here. All right, so I'm going to teach you about these a little bit later, so don't worry about that. I'm just going to create one so that you know here. You can also add these to your menu. Go to block, and then you can just put in a block here. All right, then you can come back over here, and you should have, if you don't have it, just hit refresh. And you can just hit that go to block, and now you'll get a message. Here's a block. The bot's going to respond back to you because it's going to that block. If you need more menu items and you don't have enough, you can only get 2 unless you upgrade to ChatFuel, upgrade to Pro, and then you can get 3. All right. If you don't upgrade to Pro, ChatFuel is always going to keep this thing in your menu. It will always stay there unless you give ChatFuel money. All right. So just give them some money and get rid of it. No big deal. If you want more though, you can go in and create submenus here. All right. So here's a submenu. All right. Here's a submenu. I'm going to click that. Oh, look, here's my menu over here, and I can go to block 1, and I'm going to go to block 2. And I'm going to come back over here. I know we haven't talked about this yet. Don't worry about that. We're going to learn this in a little bit. Here's block 1. Here's going to be block 2. And here's block 1. All right. So let's go back to this configure tab. And let's go back to our submenu here. Here's block 1. So let's go to block 1. Here's block 2. So let's go to block 2. And let's go back over here and refresh this page. And now if you look in our menu, you'll see that we have a submenu. So here's a submenu, and I can click that submenu, and we got these little sub items. I can click on go to block 2, and it's going to give me a message. This is block 2. I can go back to the submenu. I can click on block 1, and it's going to say this is block 1. All right. So all of this, your menu, you're going to set up in your configure tab. All right. You also can set up localization. So if you're a robotics programmer like me, you could understand what a pose is, and you can understand what localization is. Essentially, you know, an object's position in a 4-dimensional system. If you don't know what any of that is, you can just say that localization deals with wherever the hell you're at in the world. So ChatFuel, Facebook, they give you back an attribute called locale, which describes the language that somebody speaks, okay? So what that means is you can localize your bot. Let's say like you're like Neil here, all right? We got, I don't know if you guys see, but maybe he's not on here anymore. I think he's on here. Let's look and see if he's still, nope. He left, I guess, because I yelled at him for having his mic on and causing chaos. But Neil runs a VA, like a VA firm in the Philippines, all right? So he's got clients in the US, he's got clients in the Philippines. So you can see how he would want to localize his bot, where if somebody comes in and their spoken language is English, the bot needs to speak English. If they come in and their local language is whatever they speak in the Philippines, Filipino, I guess, is what they speak. Tamale, I think, is what they speak. Tago or something like some T language. The bot needs to speak that language to them. So you can set that here. You can add a localization. You can see, hey, for English, do this. For Spanish, let's see if I got a Spanish, do this. All right. So here's a Sergio, are you still there? He's gone, or I'd get him to translate. All right, here's a Curso de Bots. That's a bot course, I'm assuming, in Spanish. All right, if I go to English, full training course. All right, so you can understand that you can set different languages. All right, I don't care about these different languages because I'm only ever going to serve English language. So my bot's going to be strictly in English. But if you want to serve, like for example, Wasili wants to serve people in Poland and Dutch, and he also wants to serve people in the Netherlands and whatever language they speak, and then he wants to serve people in the United States as well that speak English. So you're going to want to add multiple localizations here. Now keep in mind, for localization, the only thing that you can localize is your persistent menu. The rest of your bot, you're going to have to write conditional logic to check to see what language a person is speaking to be able to know to serve up the right content, which all that you'll learn in the training course, so don't worry about that. So this is your persistent menu. Remember, we're going to dive in a lot deeper into all this stuff. We're just kind of doing a little overview. Time zone, what time zone do you want your bot to be in? What is your bot's time? All right, so you can pick whatever time zone that you want. I really want Eastern time, so I think that's New York. All right, so now my bot's in UTC -5. That should be EST. Payments. Do you want to get money in your chatbot? Do you want your chatbot to be able to accept payments? If so, you're going to set that up in the configure tab. You have to have a Stripe account. So if you got a Stripe account, then you literally can just come in and you got to have a terms and policies URL. If you don't have one, then you can just use the ChatFuel one. They give you one by default to use, so you can just use that. Put this information here, just fill out, this is pretty straightforward. You just put in your information, connect your Stripe account. Once you connect your Stripe account, then you'll be able to add buy now buttons in your chatbot, and people can buy stuff from you. That's one of the ways a chatbot can help you with your business is, it can sell stuff for you. So we will do this in the actual training. We'll go through this. You can connect Stripe. You can also set up native Messenger payments, but to do that, you have to apply to Messenger to be able to take payments native in Messenger. All right, it's a special permission that you actually have to apply for and get access to. Chat extensions. All right, chat extensions are really awesome things. So I don't know if you guys have ever noticed before, but if you haven't noticed, I can try to show you. All right, so let me just try to show you real quick. If you never noticed, chat extensions we're not going to deal so much in the training for, because to have a chat extension, you really need to have some custom code to have a chat extension. But if you want one, we can actually build them for you. I'm not going to teach you how to build them in the training, because I'm not going to go through fucking 4 years worth of software engineering and systems architecture so that you can understand how to build a chat extension. I'm just going to tell you to take my word that they can be built if you want to go to college and learn all the prerequisites of computer engineering so that you can learn how to code and build your own. Be my guest. I'm not going to teach it in 5 hours because it's impossible. But if you want to hire somebody, then people can build them for you. They're really cool because they allow you to do a lot of extra cool stuff inside a bot. Most likely, you guys won't use it. Broadcast API token. You will be using your broadcast API if you want to, like if you're going to use Zapier, if you want to send messages outside of ChatFuel externally, you're going to need your broadcast API token because you're going to use a broadcast API. That we will cover, and I'll teach you what all that is and how to use it. You just need to know that you get your token here. Domain whitelisting. So domain whitelisting, essentially what domain whitelisting is, I can show you what that is. If you look here, for example, and I come in here, if you see here, I've got something right here, and if I click it, you can see that it pops right up here in Facebook, right? You can see this pops right up here in Facebook, and I can go in, I can make a payment right here in Facebook. The only reason this physically pops up in Facebook instead of opens up in another tab like this, all right? You see this? I click this. Here's a great example of domain whitelisting. See, I just clicked this and it opened up a new tab, right? All right, so I can come back over here and I can go to domain whitelisting. Okay, I need to whitelist this domain, but then I also want this to be a messenger extension, all right? This is the only reason that can pop up is because it's a messenger extension. So I'm gonna add this URL there. And now if I refresh this page, that should open up in the same page. It should not make me leave Facebook. It should actually open up right here in the same page. And imagine that it didn't. So let me just grab this whole URL right here and put this inside here. And that should actually do the trick. If that doesn't do the trick, then I don't know what the trick is, but that should do the trick. That also didn't do the trick. So if that doesn't do the trick, then one other place we can add it is right there. And let's see if that, let's see if that works. That should be working. If it doesn't work again, then again, I don't know what to do because it's not working and it should be working just like that. So let's try that now and see if that works. And that doesn't work. All right, no big deal. So that's not working, but that's how it should work, and that actually allows you to pop up right in there. If we look at a different bot, I'll show you the exact same thing, how it works. And that bot, it's just because in that configure tab, we have this whitelisted here. All right, so that's it. That's all it takes. So if it doesn't work automatically, don't freak out. Do you notice that it's not working for me? And I'm not freaking out. I'm not like, oh my God, what's happening? Well, don't freak out. If it doesn't work automatically, what happens is ChatFuel has to take data. They have to physically, do you remember this? You remember we went into this messenger platform and they have to submit this to Facebook and Facebook has to approve it. Now you can see that they've already submitted this to Facebook, right? Before this was empty and they've already submitted this. So, and we're just gonna select this as a primary receiver there. Don't worry about that, I'll talk about that later. So there is a delay sometimes, all right? So if something doesn't work automatically, don't freak out, all right? Maybe it will work in the future. Give it a little bit of time. Maybe it's just because I'm opening this up from a menu, and that's probably what it is. I'm opening it up from a menu. We can test that just by opening up this up and then grabbing this right here and then coming over here back to our little bot to block one, and we can say open up and give this URL and put that guy inside there, and then we can come right back over here and go to our submenu to block one, and we can say open up, and looky there, he popped up right inside Facebook, just like we wanted him to, right? He's popped up right inside Facebook, just like we wanted him to, because we've whitelisted the domains. The reason that it doesn't work here on the menu is because it is a menu item and it will never work in the menu items. Your menu items, they link to a website. They will always open up the website in a new tab. Nothing you can do about that. You could write Facebook a letter and tell them that you don't like how that feature works, so please change it, and they will most likely listen to you and change their entire platform at your request. So these domain whitelisting, I'm kidding, Sally. They're not gonna. I'm kidding, everybody. They're not going to do that. Okay, don't write them fuckers a letter because they are not going to listen to you. You're going to waste your time. So don't listen to me. I'm being sarcastic because I like to have fun. So domain whitelisting, messenger extensions. The whole reason that you're going to use that is, like I showed you, if you want your websites to open up on Facebook and open up right inside Facebook instead of sending somebody off of Facebook to a new tab, you need to whitelist the domains. All the domains that you whitelist, Facebook will open them up in an iframe, all right? Don't try to do something sneaky though. If you want to use like a URL shortener and have that URL shortener like Link Wizard, if you want to whitelist Link Wizard, then what will happen is you will get a blank box right here that doesn't show anything, because when it redirects to your new page, it's not going to be whitelisted on Facebook, and they're going to know they're rendering a new page inside a frame, and they're going to block it. So don't try to be sneaky like that. If you want to get help from a pro, or you want an idiot to help you for some reason, I don't know, but if you want someone else to help you with your chatbot and you want to invite them, you can hit this button right here and get this link to invite an admin. You can just send it to somebody. They'll be an admin of your bot. Now, essentially, they have the same type of control that you do. So just keep in mind, if you give somebody this link, they are now an admin of your bot, and they can do whatever they want to your bot. They can make any changes, so be wary of who you invite as an admin. Just think of it as the same privileges as giving the key to your house, okay? You wouldn't just meet some random person online and say, oh, hey, here's the keys to my house and the keys to my car. Same thing with your bot. If you meet some random person online and they're like, oh, I can help you, make me an admin of your bot, be leery of that, because they can do anything that they want with your chatbot, all right? So this is the configure tab. And that kind of goes over everything that's there. This is all the major settings of your chatbot. All right. The upgrade tab, this is going to disappear if you give them some money. So don't worry about it. Give them some money, it will go away. Analyze tab. So this analyze tab is pretty cool. So let's go to a real bot with some real users. Let's see if we could go. Let's see which one of these bots has the most users. Oh, hey, this is DemoBot. He has this many. This is DemoBot. So this, in case you're not realizing, this DemoBot, this is DemoBot, this is DemoBot. If you look at DemoBot, I have him built on ManyChat and on ChatFuel, both bots connected to the same page at the exact same time. All right. So this is DemoBot on ChatFuel, and if we go, I don't think he's pro, but if we analyze, you can look and you can see you've got some data here where you can go in and look, for the last month. I can see my growth over the last month. All right. Last quarter, you can see here, this is when I first connected this ChatFuel bot to DemoBot's Facebook page. I already had like 6,000 bot subscribers at the time. All right. So you can see the growth of this. You can see daily new and blocked users, all your new users. These guys are the people who have actually blocked you. So, hey, check it out. My chatbot just sent me a message. How cool is that? My chatbot just sent me a message that Patrick Quartz just joined and clicked on my affiliate link. So thanks, buddy. He's a good-looking guy, right? What's up, Pat? So this is just the analyze. We'll get into this later, but this is just giving you some statistics about how your chatbot is performing, how your users are interacting with your chatbot, where are they coming from. This is going to be one of the main things that you really care about here is where are users coming to your chatbot from? How are they getting into your chatbot? So like I can see, I got 244 users that came in from a free chatbot course ref link. All right. So I can see that free chatbot course that I have out there is brought me in 244 people. So you can just essentially see, and out of them, how many, and they even tell you how many were new users. Out of them, 118 were new users. So this is some user retention. The left column shows date of first visit for a particular cohort of users. These percentages represent how many of those users returned. Message, read message, clicked a button, wrote something on, say, the 4th day or 5th day. I have to be honest with you, I got no fucking clue what that means whatsoever. So I'm not gonna lie and pretend I know what this shit means, because I don't know what this means. But it looks like if we read this again, it looks like that on May 23rd, I had 43 new users. I have no idea what, to be honest, I really have no idea what any of this means. But no big deal, because this is not part of today's training. This is a whole nother day's training. I got lots of time to figure out what this means. It may be useful, it may be not. It's talking about user retention, so I'm sure it has something to do with something. This is popular user input. So this is pretty good. These are something that, this is one of the features that I really like about ChatFuel that you don't see in MiniChat. And these are popular inputs, all right? So these are you seeing very popular things that people are messaging you. As a business, you can understand how useful this is because it will allow you to determine what are the most common things that your users are messaging you, so you can make sure that you build out automations and responses for those common things. So this is really useful. This is one of the most useful things that you'll see here. Now for demo bot, not really useful because everybody just sends random look. I can see this is a common, a popular thing. Am I beautiful, or are you for real? So, all right, here's user inputs not recognized by the AI. We can go back over here. Let's go to a different bot to check that out and see if we can see any good examples of that. All right, so you can see here's user inputs not recognized by the AI, all right? So these are things that the user's giving you that your AI has not been able to respond to. So these are also key things that you can go in and look at and go in and create AI responses for to automate your communication. If this is empty, if this list is empty, what that means is you are on the beach sipping margaritas, or you're in your office, you know, drinking tequila, or you're with your kids. You're not doing that much work in terms of answering people, because every single message that is being given to your messenger, your AI understands and is answering for you. Mine's not the case. You can see I have lots of different things. Like here, take success steps. I know that this is not something that has been recognized by my AI, so guess what I can do? I can come in here and I can go to my AI for the same chatbot, and I can find those success steps. Somewhere there should be success steps, and I can add that to my AI. Now the next time somebody types in take success steps, my chatbot will recognize it and send them to the correct place. How did I determine that I needed to do that? I'm just looking here at, you know, hey, this dude needs more details. All right, so here's another great use case. I can be like, yo, need more details. All right, I'll come in here. I'll create some little helper that says more details. What do you need more details about? And then I can just, tier affiliate program, tier 5 softwares. So you see how this could work really easily. I just can see that someone has sent me a message, I need more details, and my bot doesn't know what to do. So I'm gonna go in and quickly, you can see how quickly I'm doing this. I'm programming my bot where now I can go into my AI and I can say, yo bot, if somebody says I need more details, then you just need to respond to them with more details and ask them what they need more details about. And then now guess what? Now they're going to say, hey, I need more details. And as soon as they say, hey, I need more details, my bot's going to be like, well, what do you need more details about? They're going to click one of these guys. If I spend a little bit more time, I can write, a little bit of information about, give some more details about the affiliate program, give some more details about the tier 5 software. Why? Once again, so why it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm trying to sleep, because if not, my wife's going to divorce me. And some dude wants to give me money, and the reason he's not giving me money is he needs some more details, and I'm not awake to give him more details. My chatbot can do it for me, and my chatbot can make the sale for me. Now I don't have to get divorced. Besides that, when it comes time for the anniversary, I can buy my wife something nice and pretty because I'm making all this money while I'm sleeping because my chatbot is doing all my work for me. So this is and we'll get back to this is very important. popular blocks. This is showing popular blocks, popular buttons, popular URLs. So this is just giving you, and there's third-party analytics that you can connect to. Dashbot is the best, in my opinion. Dashbot's probably the best, but we'll get back to this anyways, because remember, again, on day one, this is supposed to be a brief overview. I'm not sure how brief this has been, but this is supposed to be a brief overview. So this is just going to give you statistics, all right? So we went over configure, we went over analyze. Grow in ChatFuel, unfortunately, is pretty empty. So this is going to give you different little options to go in and grow your audience. They're called growth tools, okay? Customer chat plugin. For example, if you look here, here's a customer chat plugin. Maybe not. Somewhere is a customer chat plugin. Maybe not. Definitely not. Maybe here. Somewhere, trust me, is a customer chat plugin. Doesn't exist. Oh, right here. Here's a customer chat plugin. All right. You can understand that you can put this on your website, and whenever you put this on your website and somebody clicks it, they are now inside your chatbot as a subscriber in your chatbot. So this will grow that email list, except for you're not growing an email list, you're growing a messenger list. You're growing a list of people on Facebook that you can contact. This customer chat plugin, you can embed on your website. If you're doing ClickFunnels pages, if you're doing builder-all pages, it don't matter. If you're doing any type of landing page or any type of website where you can put a little script on that website, you can embed the customer chat plugin, and you're great. So you're gonna find that there. Acquire users from comments, all right? You in Facebook, you have this option where you can acquire user from comments. Imagine that. If I actually come over here to right here, I'm pretty sure that I have a Facebook ad running somewhere that talks about something and tries to get you to buy something. And if you comment on that post, then my chatbot is automatically going to send you a message. So I think it could be this. This could be it. Let's find out. I think this could be it. So I think this is something that my chatbot is now going to send me a message after a few seconds. Maybe not. I really thought for sure that I had a chatbot set up to go in and actually respond to one of these posts. Maybe it's oh, actually, it's not this one. It's not this one. It is a different one. So I will have to go find it. It's a completely different ad, so I just need to go find that ad real quick, and I'll show you what a comments growth tool is. It just allows people, whenever you run Facebook posts, it allows you to automatically contact anybody who comments on your post. So I'm almost certain that it's this one. Let's double check. I think this one I have a Facebook post with comments tool set up on this ad right here. This guy is insane. This guy pays to be in our group, and he's asking a question about joining the group if he's in the group. This dude is, I think he has Down syndrome, but I'm not sure. So this might be it, and maybe not. Maybe I don't even have it turned on. So I know that bot that is running that is actually a mini chat bot and not a ChatFuel bot. So very similar. I think it was this one right here. And for some reason it never worked. So for some reason I never got my actual message. So that's not it. So I don't know why I didn't get my message. I have no clue why I didn't get my message at all, but I didn't get my message. So, but that's what this tab is for, all right? This allows you to go in and set up rules and automations where when people comment on your post, you can automatically send them out a message through the chatbot. This right here is a must. So you must do this. Submit your bot to the discovery section. That is a must. All right? Trust me, a must. These guys here, if you look at this bot, you want to know where these 6,000 people came from? Not one single paid advertisement. These people came from me submitting my bot to the discovery section, okay? So I've submitted my bot to the discovery section, and if I come over here, and I can show you, all right? Let me just come over here real quick and join some meeting. Figure out my personal meeting and join this. And I will show you what I'm talking about. So I'm assuming that you can see my screen here, right? So if you go to Messenger, all right? If you go to Messenger, over here is a discovery tab, all right? This is a discovery tab right here. Whenever you submit your bot to discovery, then somebody can come in here. Let's say you're interested in a bot, all right? So you can look, there's demo bot. It's the second thing that shows up there, all right? Now you see up your bot, they will get a lot of organic subscribers that will come into their chatbot with no ads whatsoever because people will find them just in discovery here, okay? Even if you don't search, like look, say you don't search and you come down here into discovery, come over here in discovery, all right, you're in discovery. Let's say you go to productivity, all right? So now I'm in productivity. Look, there's a tier 5 chatbot. Shows up right there because I've submitted it to discovery. Do you know how many organic visitors that are going to come into my chatbot where I don't have to do any advertising, any marketing whatsoever? Facebook is doing them for me right here in discovery. So it's very, very, very important that you submit your bot to discovery. Do you have to? No, you don't, but you're not going to get free traffic from Facebook. Trust me, Facebook ain't going to promote your shit for free unless you submit your bot to discovery. Then they will promote your stuff for free. So if you want free promotion from Facebook, do that. Landing page, you can create a landing page. Here's my landing page, for example, already created by ChatFuel. I wouldn't use this for anything personally, so I definitely wouldn't use this because it's all branded on ChatFuel, so I would not recommend using this. But if you want to, knock yourself out and use it. It is there for you if you want to use it, so I don't recommend using it. Acquire users from your website, send a messenger plugin, checkbox plugin. Those are plugins that are something very similar to, you'll see them right here. I think I have one here, but I'm going to get redirected. So here is a send a messenger plugin. Hold on while I get redirected. This is another secret that you'll learn in training that I'll show you how to do, where whenever somebody submits a form, force them into Messenger. Don't give them an option. Don't be like, hey, click this button and go to Messenger. Just put them into Messenger. Done. Don't give them an option. And then give them an option to go back to the website that they just came from. And I can show you how to do all this except for they did not go back to the website that I wanted them to go back to. So let me see if, so I can't show you that because, I mean, I can show you, but it's going to be really quick, and then I'm going to have to go in and do this. I think that will work. So that should work. I won't get redirected now. So this is that plugin that they're talking about, send to messenger. You can put these little things on your website wherever you want, and somebody can click this, and whenever they click this, guess what? Your messenger is going to go off just like mine's going off right now from DemoBot. All right? So you can see it's going off. Hey, Joy, can I have some tea, please? You can see it's going off. Why is it going off? Because I just clicked this button. All right. All this is on your configure tab or on your growth tab. So these are just additional little tools that you can use to get people into your chatbot. How to get a messenger code. So I would recommend using something that I built to get your messenger codes. But these messenger codes are really, really cool. You can go in and take these messenger codes, and this is an easy way to get them for, this is a really easy way to get them for ChatFuel. ManyChat makes it relatively easy to get them. So ChatFuel, not so much. Remember what I told you, ChatFuel, pretty much what they do is, if you can do it natively in Facebook pretty easily, they don't build it for you because they don't want to take the time and money to do that, which is fine. That's their perspective. So I've tried to make a little tool to make this easier for you. So for example, if I come over here, I'm going to show you what this guy does. This guy's actually really, really cool. Here is, I need something with a link on it. Here's something with a link. I'm going to grab this ref right here. I'm going to stick this ref right here, and then I'm going to hit submit. And you see this little code that was just generated, okay? Now you see this code that was just generated. I'm going to share my screen again. So now you can see my screen, I'm assuming, right? So now you see my screen. So I'm going to open this stupid little messenger back up again. Hey, come here. I'm going to come over here to this little people thing, all right? And you see where it says scan code on my phone right there? I'm going to hit that scan code, and then I'm just going to go to this code, and I'm going to scan that code, and then look, it's going to open right up into my messenger. Bam. And it's going to drop me off all my links, all right? It's going to drop the dude right into my chatbot. He is a subscriber. He's now on my list, and he went to whatever message block I just told him to go to. I just told him to go to this message block by passing this ref. Don't worry about this. This is the first day of training. All this stuff we're going to get into very deep and granular, and I'm going to show you all of this stuff and how to do all this stuff. Today is just an overview, all right? So if you feel like, hey, I don't understand any of this shit, that's fine. That's fine, because today's just an overview. So during the rest of the training, I will explain in depth all of this other stuff. All right, so just understand that the Grow tab, this is where you're going to go in and find a bunch of extra tools that you can use to grow your audience. All right. All right, automate. This automate tab, this contains your welcome message and your default answer. Your welcome message is your get started message. If we go back over here, to the chatbot that we just created today, so let's go back to this little blank bot that we have that we just built today. And then let's go back over to that little Facebook page, and let's just delete that conversation and get rid of that. Let's go to our welcome message. This is the message that's actually going to show up whenever a user clicks on this button and clicks get started. You see, this is a get started message. That is your welcome message. Your get started message is going to happen in two ways, okay? Either a user is going to come to your page and they're going to click this get started button right here, or a user is going to go to an m.me link and be put into your page. One of the two. That's how they're going to get to that welcome message, either by clicking the get started button or going to your m.me link. If they go to your m.me link with no ref, or a ref that is not defined. So again, I will be teaching you later what that is, but this is a ref. This is a ref. If you look, if I click this right now, you see this says, this is my m.me link I just got from Facebook or just got from ChatFuel. That's my m.me link. If I click this right now, it says ref equals hello. Watch what happens. It's going to drop me into that new chatbot, and it's going to give me that welcome message. Okay, here it's going to drop me into the chatbot, into this get started thing. All right, so now I'm going to hit get started. There. All right, so let's try this again. Thank you so much, Joy. So now I'm going to hit ref equals hello, and I'm going to go, and guess what? I'm going to get that same welcome message again. See, I just got that welcome message again. All right, now if I were to do something like this, all right, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to say hello, and I'm going to do this and say hello, and I'm going to come to this link right here and turn this link on and say hello, and now that's on. If I actually go back to this ref, the same ref that I went to before, I will no longer get the welcome message. I will now get the hello message. See? Because of the ref. The ref contributes that. But if you send somebody to your m.me link with the ref that is not defined anywhere, they will always by default go into your welcome message. But you still have access to the ref, and you'll learn that's one of the most powerful things about ChatFuel is they are one of the only bot platforms that gives you access to the ref. And you want to know how powerful the ref is? I mean, the ref is amazing. If you look here, here's the ref. Here is the ref, all right? And the ref is really amazing now that you see that. Now watch, if I do this and I say, hey, ref equals, for example, I can do something like this, email john@thinkvaughn.com, and then I can put another caret there, and I can put phone 812-820-1607. All right, you can see I can build my ref dynamically. Let's say I've got a list of people. I already know a bunch of information about that people, but I haven't collected it in the chatbot. All right, I can build a m.me link and create a custom ref and embed all that data. All right, and then a user can go there. And now a user goes there, they're going to be dropped into the welcome message. But look what's going to happen. You see, I get access to all the data that I just passed into the chatbot. And since I can determine, since I know, hey, I have a certain structure here, I can write a little script to parse out all this data and now instantly know, okay, I've got this dude in my chatbot. Here's his email. Here's his phone number, because I've already collected that somewhere else and I don't want to ask again in the chatbot. All right, so it allows you to pass a bunch of data into the chatbot. Really, really, really useful. One of my favorite things about ChatFuel is they give you access to this ref. If this is over your head, don't worry. I will show you all about it, and we'll learn it later. No big deal. All right, so went over everything in the Grow tab. This just helps you grow. We were at the Automate. So Automate, I told you about the welcome message. Default message is just if your bot didn't understand. This is the message that's going to go out if somebody sends a message to your chatbot and the chatbot doesn't understand what you're talking about. It sends the default message. All right? So chatbot doesn't understand what you're talking about. He's just going to keep sending out that default message over and over and over again. Okay? So there is ways around that. That's with conditional logic. And then all your blocks go here, all your sequences. A sequence is just a group of messages, a series of messages that go out over time, like a drip campaign. They are all here, all right? All in the Automate tab. This is where you're going to spend most of your time in ChatFuel, is in this Automate tab. Setup AI, all right? So setup AI, I can go here and I can set up AI really, really easy. They let you create little groups, all right? Little groups that just, put AI rules together. And AI rule is really simple. I can go in and put hello, hi, and I can return back a hello block, all right? Now I have, you see, I just said hello, and my bot did not understand and was like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Now I can say hello again, and my bot will respond with hello, or I can say hi, and my bot can respond with hello, because I just trained my bot and gave it some AI, all right? So that's all the AI tab is, really, really easy. The people tab, this is where you're going to see all the people that have interacted with your bot, but you're not going to see much if you haven't upgraded to ChatFuel, because they're going to tell you got to give them money. So if you don't want to pay $30 a month, then you don't need to talk about the people tab. I would really suggest upgrading because it's very, very valuable. Invaluable, actually. It's definitely worth more than 30 bucks a month. Broadcast tab. This is how, you do email marketing. You're going to send out a newsletter to everybody on your list, or everybody in a certain segment on your list. You're going to do that here. For example, if I want to come over here to this chat bot and I want to send out a message to everybody that is a tier 5 affiliate that is promoting tier 5 products and services, I can just come over here and I can pick in a segment. One of the reasons you want the people tab is to be able to make segments, and I can just say, hey, tier 5 group affiliates. I can see that 72 people send out this message. I can write my message and I can send it out, and only those people are going to get my message. If I want to send it to everybody, well, I can send it to everybody. Every single person in my chat bot will get my message. All right, so that is the broadcast tab. Now, in the broadcast tab, you can deliver messages now, you can add a trigger, you can schedule for later, or you can auto post from an external source. All of that stuff we will get to in a later training on day 2. All right, so remember, today is supposed to be a real lightweight day. We're gonna get in depth into automate. In our next session, we'll get in depth into automate. And then session 3, we'll go all through every type of object in ChatFuel, all the different cards, and then we'll go all through ChatFuel attributes, and that is technically, and then we'll do some Q&A, and that's technically our entire day 1 in what is right now a 4-day series. But trust me, it is going to get really advanced much, much quicker. And by the time this training is done, if you can't build a chatbot, it's because you really didn't pay attention, or you're just a complete idiot. So trust me, by the time we're done with training, you will be able to build a chatbot if you paid attention. If you didn't, well, that's not my fault. So what else is here? We went through all these tabs already. You got this updates tab, and nothing really, there's nothing really important here. These are just like blog posts from ChatFuel. And then you got this, and this is for nothing. It just allows you to sign out. So if you want to sign out of ChatFuel for some reason, then you can do it there. But that's essentially a high-level overview, and that is everything that we have on the schedule for this first session. So now in all my trainings, I always allow you guys to ask any type of questions if you have any types of questions. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask those questions. So let's see. Any questions at all? Are you guys all good? Shelly, I know you're good. You're a genius. So,
John, I have a question for one of the links that you actually posted for the token, the scanner code thing. Well, could you post that link to the chat?
Yeah, this is a software a free tool made with love by John Vaughn.
The one and only.
You know what that means, right? That means I told one of my developers, hey, make this shit. I need the shit made, man. I don't have time to make it. Make this for me.
Well, that's why you own it.
That is why it's got my name there. But this one's really easy. This just allows you, see, in ChatFuel, in MiniChat, these are really easy to create in MiniChat. In ChatFuel, they're not easy to create. In ChatFuel, like if you try to create these in ChatFuel, you got to come over here to the Grow tab, and then you come over here to get a code for your bot, and it sends you to some stupid place in Messenger that is not even accurate. This does not, like, trust me, if you try to follow this guide, it doesn't work. It does not work. You cannot, at least for me, it says to download your page messenger code, click on message or inbox at the top of your page. All right, so I'm at the top of my page. Okay, so I'm gonna find message or inbox at the top of my page. Fuck you, here it is. Here's inbox at the top of my page. All right, great. So I found that. Click the I button in the bottom left. All right. Well, I don't see any I button in the bottom left. Maybe Facebook doesn't understand where the bottom left is, but I'm pretty sure over here is the bottom left. And I don't know about you, but I don't see any button. I don't see I button in the bottom left. So this doesn't exist. But if you can find this, then I'm just going to tell Facebook this isn't helpful because none of this is accurate. So this doesn't help. And this is where ChatFuel can send you. And since this doesn't help, and obviously one of the things that you guys know, because I've told you this in the group before, is since I'm not a marketer, part of my strategy online has just been going into Facebook groups and finding ways that I can help people in those Facebook groups to get them to, you know, send me messages or add me as a friend. And then me be like, look, motherfucker, give me some money. I got all this cool shit and I'll sell it to you, right? Because I just can't do that openly in the group. So my entry and my debut of all this was obviously chatbots. And whenever I'm in the ChatFuel group and I'm, you know, trying to figure out, hey, how can I give these guys some value? How can I establish myself as an authority with people who've been in this group already for a year, you know, and I'm just showing up. Well, I realized, hey, this is a really broken process that they have. You send me to get this code, and these codes are really, really powerful. Trust me, you put these on a flyer and people can just scan them and instantly be subscribed to your chatbots. They are very, very, very powerful. One of my clients, they have like a white labeled version of Text in Bulk for realtors, and they put these scan codes and QR codes on all the property listings. And whenever somebody goes in and scans it, they ask them, you know, do you want to buy this house, or are you just a neighbor that's curious of the value of this house so that you can figure out the value of your own house? All done with these scan codes, all right? So very, very, very powerful. Especially you can have 1 million scan codes that puts people into specific entry points into your bot. So really powerful. Well, if you look in ChatFuel, they literally give you no solution for them whatsoever. They just send you to Facebook. And like always, Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar company, and they're just like, our information's out of date, fuck off, we got a bunch of money, who gives a fuck, we don't even have any support to even support people, you know? What do we care if you guys can't even get support, because we get billions and billions of dollars in advertising every single month, so we don't need our shit to be accurate. And that's literally their philosophy. And that's great, I have no problem with it, it works for them. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They can, from my perspective, they can afford to have all the inaccurate information that they want. People ain't gonna stop using their shit, they still gonna use it, all right? But now you have an issue where you're using ChatFuel, you can't get a scan code, so I just had a dev build this. This is 8 hours worth of time, and the amount of time that it saves people because it goes in and creates these for you automatically. It helped me in my little journey of, you know, establishing myself as an authority in those groups. So, and there's other ones, like we have this other one as well. This is called, this one. This is another software that we'll be using in the training, and it's another tier 5 software. And then this just allows you to really easily connect your Dialogflow AI agent with your ChatFuel bot. And all you really do, to give you the gist, all you really do is you go in and in this default answer, you leave it blank. You leave it completely blank, and set for what you do is you send out a JSON API with essentially the last message that you got and the user's ID out to Dialogflow, and Dialogflow processes it in its AI, and then it essentially, if it finds an intent, it sends it back to the correct block in your ChatFuel block and gives you a much more powerful AI. Really, we made it really, really, really simple to set up. It's literally just a few clicks of the button. All you have to do is, you'll need to learn a little bit about Dialogflow, which means you'll need to learn a little bit about natural language processing, which is really, really simple. And it just means that people speak in natural languages, and they, just like Plato talked about, you know, normal forms, really high level concepts. Like, you know, Plato and Socrates, they were always talking about, is there a God, right? It's fucking really popular debate. Even today, it's a popular debate. Is there a God? And Socrates' answer Socrates always answered that question that yes, there is a God, and I can prove that there is a God through the normalized form of a God, because of the fact that we can have a conscious decision, or we can have an intelligent conversation and debate a God. There must be a normalized form, at least a definition, a high level definition of a God for us to debate whether or not the actual entity that represents the high level form exists or not. So that concept, right? That was what Socrates was talking about, that concept, all right? So you got to understand that concept is an intent, all right? It's an intent. And there are things called utterances, and those are all the different permutations that somebody can invoke that intent. Josh, how you doing today? Josh, how you feeling today? Josh, you having a good day today? What's up, Josh? All those things I just invoked, those are all different utterances of me invoking the exact same intent of how are you feeling, right? How is Josh feeling? I just gave you 5 different permutations, 5 different utterances in a natural language that are all invoking the same intent. That's essentially all you need to know about natural language processing, because that's how it works. There's one more little layer called entities, and those entities are essentially key tokens that are in the utterances that are necessary for the intent to fulfill an action, like book an appointment. I want to book an appointment on 6:30, at 6:30 on Monday, all right? You can understand that, hey, 6:30 at Monday, I want to book an appointment. Monday night at 6, I want to book an appointment. So all those are different utterances that invoke a book appointment intent, and those utterances have entities embedded in them. One of those entities could be a time and a date, 2 different entities that are necessary for AI to go in and perform an action based on the entity. So it's natural language processing. I mean, trust me, there are people that have fucking spent 6 years in college and then another 4 years getting their PhD in natural language processing in AI. So I'm not just going to sit here and say it's an easy thing, because it's fucking not. I mean, it is really not. Language has evolved over millions of years. But today, what we need to use it for, it's dumbed down for us. It's made really simple with tools like Dialogflow, with tools like we've created. So it's made really simple. So you shouldn't let it bother you and be, overly complex. It's pretty simple, and we'll get through it. So it's pretty easy. But there's a link to that scan code generator if you want that, and that will be really useful to you if you're doing ChatFuel bots.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
My pleasure. So, Charlie, I know you didn't have any questions. Josh, you got any other questions?
Nothing at this time. Nothing. Just going through the flows of going through making the page, making the bot, making everything work together for your own business, and with the page, and it's all fun. So.
Well, you'll get there. Yeah.
Nothing for this specifically at this time.
By the end of this training, trust me, by the end of this training, you'll be able to build bots for people. If that's what you want to do, you'll be able to build bots for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll probably, Shelly, when you jump on, probably a lot of the times in here, we'll look at this builder-all bot, but I'll have to go in and figure out where this builder-all bot is. I think it's I'm not 100% sure what account this builder-all bot's in. I know we built one and we're still working on one probably. And I think maybe
any sneak peeks you can give would be nice.
I think it's here. So to be honest, I think it's here, right here. Build bot. Marketing intro. This looks like something about builder-all. I don't know. I know one of my developers built all this shit, but I don't really get involved in the bot department. I don't really get involved because it's really low revenue and we don't really make any profit. I just use it to finance training, so I don't have to pay for the training out of my pocket. So I don't really spend any of my time to get involved. But I know we've built it and it must be useful, because I know we were building it for Brinny or for Hector, we were building it for somebody involved in builder-all because they wanted a bot for builder-all. So we'll be looking at it for examples to show you different stuff. And Builder. I don't know how useful.
I do actually want to build it. It's not that I want to build for other people, because I don't want to be building chats for other people, but I do want to build my own chat and or chat bot, and any clue I can get maybe from what's already been built to just kind of give me some ideas.
Sure.
Flow is probably the hardest, because honestly, I got to the point where I said, I have a little picture. I did an icon of the Builderall Diva, because that's who I am. And then I said, hi, I'm Builderall Diva. I'm here to help you with Builderall. And that's like as far as I've gotten, because then I'm like, okay, what do I want to do with the user? So it's not really being stopped by functionality, because I know that I want to do all these things with showing the features of the product and giving them a chance to sign up for an account, but also sign up to get training. And I mean, there's a lot of ways I want to go, but just figuring out what do I do once I introduce myself? How do I structure that for them? But as far as functionality, I think I can put it together.
Yeah, it's just creativity that you're lacking right now, like what to actually do. And I think for you, especially with all the people that you have on your team and your ability to get more people on your team, I think it would be really essential for you to have like a template bot that you can use as an incentive to why people should join your team versus Wasily's team or versus somebody else's team. It's really
right, and I'm kind of going that direction, John, because I've already got what I've done already is I've bought a designer service. So anybody that joins me at the ambassador level, I give them access to a graphic designer for anything they want. So they can get logos made, they can get social media posts, graphics made, they can get business cards designed, they can do anything they want. And they just submit the job, and then I submit it to my graphics designer. They design it for me, and then I give it back to them. It doesn't cost the ambassadors anything. And then I've contracted a VA, and that VA is going to help us with emails and website content. So all they have to do is submit a subject of their emails and how many emails they want, and the VA will produce all that for them and get it back to them, and it's theirs. And it doesn't cost them anything, but that's for the ambassador level. If anybody below that wants to use the service, they still get it at a really cheap rate. It's a very discounted rate, but they're not going to get it free because they're not my ambassador.
Yeah, sure.
And that's kind of the same thing I'm trying to do with the bot, is get a really killer bot together that does a great job of kind of onboarding people, not just onboarding people, but getting them trained and getting them going in the direction they need to go. And then my ambassadors will get that for free because they're the ones I'm making the money off of, and anybody else can get it, but they'd have to pay a fee.
I think that's what this does. I really think that's what this does. I think this onboards somebody and puts them through this training on Builderall. I don't really know anything about Builderall. I know you gave me logins the other day, and I haven't been able to get into it, but I'm pretty sure all this does is just walk them through a bunch of trainings on how to get into Builderall and start on Builderall. So having a bot like that is going to be something that I'm going to be creating too soon. I actually just shut down my entire bot team, and I'm having them finish up all the client work in queue so that I can put them building a bot for our team, a generic bot for our team that I can dish out to everybody on the team so they all have their own bot and they don't have to try to build it and waste their time building a bot, because I need my team out there fucking making sales, not building bots and shit. So I'm just gonna have my devs build the bot, and just everybody that joins my team will just install the bot on their page so that they can instantly be promoting, selling software, promoting our membership and stuff like that. So it's going to be really useful to you to have something like that you can offer as an additional incentive for somebody to actually upgrade, and not just the upgrading, like you said, the onboarding process and the training process to make sure that everybody's making progress in the right direction. It's going to save you a whole bunch of time. So we'll dig into this one. During our training and look at this for some examples.
And do you mind if during that process I steal some of the ideas that are in there? Because I probably will.
I don't personally care. No, I do have to go check with the client and figure out who actually paid us for this bot, and what terms we're on with that client. I'm not sure. If it's Hector, then we can do whatever we want, because I know what terms that I'm on with Hector myself. He's one of my partners, so we can pretty much do whatever the fuck we want because he's a partner of mine. So, and I'm pretty sure we built this for Hector. I'm not 100% sure because, like I said, I don't really even do the billing for the bot department because it's such low value. Like for me, if it's not at least a $50,000 project, fuck it. I'm not talking to you motherfuckers. I mean, talk to them. If you don't got that much money, talk to those dudes. I mean, point simple for me. If you got money, and like one of our projects we're working, like one of our projects is literally funded by Mike Pence. That project, I spend a lot of my time on that project because that dude pays a fucking lot of money. I mean, he pays a whole bunch of money for the software that we developed for him. So, but the bot shit, I don't really focus my time on it because it doesn't really make us any money at all. So, but I'm pretty sure this is Hector, so I think this is going to be free game for us.
Okay, well, if I'm allowed to, I'm not going to steal it exactly, but I want to really get ideas on intuitive flow, because I think the technical side of it I don't have a problem with, but just that block of, oh man, it's just like when you create a mobile app or a website. You're like, I'm going to build a website, and then you sit down to do it, and you can't figure out what you want to put in it.
Well, this bot's not even connected to Facebook right now, so he's not even connected to Facebook right now. Let's see who his admins are. So looks like Hector, Kate Pullen, whoever that is, me, and Wasili. So these are the admins.
Yeah,
of the bot.
Kate and Wasili are both in overall.
So I don't know who it belongs to. I would say it probably belongs to Hector because he's my Hector. I don't want to call Hector my client because that's not the relationship me and him really have as a client relationship. We have a lot more of a partner relationship. I do work for him, he does work for me, and we don't actually charge each other for the work. He just handles my marketing shit and I handle his tech shit. So this is fair game, so we can dive in and look at this. I would tell you to go just around on Facebook, but it's not connected to any Facebook page right now. So I'd have to find a Facebook page and connect it to some Facebook page. So and I'll do that later and give you that poke around in it.
Okay, that'd be great, John. I'd appreciate that because that'll just kind of help me a little bit. I won't reproduce it exactly. It just will give me ideas to go on.
Yeah, we get all sorts of ideas from it, and we can rebuild it. Our next session, we're going to go a little bit more in depth into this automate tab, and that's all we're going to cover. We're just going to go more in depth into the automate tab. We're going to cover what the welcome message is, what the default reply is, what's a block, and how to create a group of blocks, how to duplicate a block, how to delete them, what the main menu is, and how to configure it. What's the sequence and how to create them, and how a sequence can be beneficial for you. So this is also going to be pretty basic stuff. A lot of it we've touched on already. So if you guys don't want to show up, that's fine. I'll give a replay of it, just like I'll give a replay of this one. I was hoping a lot of most of the first day stuff, not a lot of people would show up, and I just fly through it. That way I can get the first day out and put out there, because it's just real basic stuff and nothing that really even challenges me. So I'll see you guys on the next one, or I'll see you sometime soon. All right, guys?
All right,
see you
thank
soon.
you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate
later.
it. I appreciate it so much, you guys.
Yeah.
Have a great
My
night.
pleasure.
All right, you
Bye,
too.
guys.
Bye.